Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. with Colin Hans. The Discussion, Monday to Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. on Jozi FM.
The first installment in a week, the discussion. And happy spring day, I must say, as you know that spring has just sprung. Spring and Altron FinTech, a proudly South African company aiming at empowering payment everywhere and new payment opportunities by empowering businesses and individuals with simple, secure, and innovative financial services. Together, they grow, expand, and make a difference in the lives of everyday South Africans. Just ahead of the Supervisor Trade Fair in Ndlovu 2025, which is a landmark gathering designed to tackle the key challenges that face township businesses. Right in studio now joined by Abram, Ndlovu, a supervisor, sales at Altron FinTech, and head of Soweto Kasi sales squad. And indeed, he brought a squad here, passionate about people and purposeful leadership. He serves as a mentor, motivational speaker, and youth coordinator. Everything is said, all protocols observed. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, you can hear. It's a motivational speaker. You can hear from the voice. You must just be careful of the vibrancy of the voice out there. How has the day been?
Rather eventful. Very eventful, but we've been anticipating this moment. So we've been very much looking forward to be here.
So let's get straight to it because there's no time indeed offered to you. But hey, what is debit check? And in one line for sponsor owners, and why does it matter really?
So with your sponsor shop owners, there's a very open concept of skoloto or buying on credit. Mm-hmm. And so debit check comes in as a repayment of that credit transaction that is between the customer and the spaza shop owner. Mm-hmm. So debit check then become a bank checked debit order that the customer approves on their phone with a quick yes where they agree and authenticate the transaction. And then from there, the transaction is set up, it's on the system, and then on the date that you've agreed upon, the payment then goes through.
Now, what sets you apart? I mean, we know the traditional bankers are doing that. We know there's been so many others doing this. What sets you apart from the rest?
So, in fact, previously, before the introduction of debit check, we are Altron FinTech, or New Pay, as we were known at the time. We held about 80% stake of the debit order systems or transactions, where it was called ADO. Which is authenticated early debit order. So with that technology that we've always had, by the time the government mandated the entire finance fraternity to introduce debit check, we were somewhat already ahead of the curve. So that's part of what sets us apart, that we've always been familiar with the concept. And just then the developments, when they came in and were introduced, we then continued to take a good stride from the rest of the market, including some of the banks.
Beautiful. Now, we know for the fact that Premier has been pushing this story that we must exist in a cashless environment.
100%.
So you're coming in handy. Now, I just want to find out your link with sponsorship, in Ndlovu that is coming. What is the link? Are you getting all sponsorships to understand that cash mustn't be in our spaces because of crime and all that?
Not just spaza shops, but everyone that is owning a business within the informal market. Because previously most companies have always looked at your bigger institutions. However, Altron then retracted, went onto the war room, and then drew this entire plan to say, listen, we need to now focus on ground zero. And from that, because we know the informal market, it's very much open and there's a lot of opportunity there, but not just opportunity for us to come in and sell, but an opportunity to come in and make a difference, where now you're also educating people about how technology can affect their businesses.
Now, we know for the fact it's a game changer. The location is shifting towards machines and no more carrying cash. So since you've been around, how many lives have you changed?
A lot, because, for example, since this particular program started with the Kasi sales team, we've engaged with just over 120 customers, and that's in a span of a month, just over a month, where we've been on the streets, and the conversations are well received because now we are educating people about technology, how it will affect and improve their businesses. The fact that in some of the townships, the challenges are ATMs that are not working, either because of load shedding, either because ATMs are being bombed and no one can access cash. Now, here comes Altron FinTech saying we've got a solution where our payment and collection services can be able to come in and aid those spaces.
Now, I need the honest answer on this one because of you've been on the ground.
Yes, sir.
And every time we say there's no opportunities towards our people to run this environment because of it's lucrative, I must say. But how many of our people are out there? Or you still meet foreign nationals there who has the documents and everything and you have to bring in the machines to them? Or we're seeing lots and lots of our own people coming into the space?
There's definitely a lot of our people. And that is why we're not just focusing on the spaza shops. I just think that it's a beautiful opportunity where the government had just mandated everyone to say, guys, for compliance, we need all the spaza shops to be registered. And that on its own put somewhat of a streamline to say, at least now we've got a line to follow. Because it's not just all over the place where anyone can just have a spaza shop, whether registered or not. But now the government has said, register yourselves, make yourself compliant so that we are able to count you in, and now everybody's accountable in that space.
Now the young entrepreneurs are coming in the space because of they start there to say, I need a system that is very effective. And do you meet them? Tell us some of the events you went to where you pursued, people to use your machines, and how did they respond?
So, for example, because we are on the ground and we are going into different companies such as your funeral parlors. We've got a bakery that we're currently chatting with in Bufulo. We've got house rental, room rentals. So there's a lot of, it's an array of business types. And every time you speak to those people, one of the things that you hear is, now I will not chase my money as I often did, because we all know it's human nature. That it's very easy for me to come say to you, please, Bra Colin, may I have 20 rands? I'll give you at the end of the month. And then come the end of the month.
It's likely not going to happen.
It's likely not going to happen because now, Bra Colin, I needed to use it for something else and such. But now a system like DebiCheck comes in and locks everybody into a commitment to say, this is the date that was agreed upon for us to run these transactions, and the transactions are running accordingly.
Now, just as a parting shot, take us through the program. How does one get hold of the program or maybe the machine? Is it a lengthy and tedious process, or it's just ABC, we're gone?
It's partly both. Simply because the level of compliance and everything that we have to do as far as our efficiencies are concerned, we need to make sure that everyone that we are signing up has got all the level of compliance registration as well. And once we've gotten all the documents that we need, then the process then goes through our vetting, and then it goes through, different stages on our end. But we have a drive right now where our onboarding process is targeted at 10 days total.
Beautiful.
So within that 10 days, we make sure that from the first time that we communicate and we get the documents, we get everything through the system. And within that, then we make sure that, we've got a good, efficient, handy technician that comes and installs and gives you full training on our system.
We're not operating high savings.
Absolutely.
Just use white drop and high savings.
100%.
And Sunday password,
and with that, operation higher. 100%. You see, and that is where also the beauty of using Altron FinTech is, because we've got a lot at different levels of support, from our efficient call center. You've got account managers that are always also available in instances where the call center cannot fix your machine over the phone, we've got a technician that will be at your premises the next day.
Beautiful.
So we've got levels of support within that.
It's just ahead of the Spaza Trade Fair in Ndlovu 2025 on the 19th. He'll be there. Maybe he'll be part of the panel. Then we have to just squeeze in a few questions on the day. He's a motivational speaker, Jozi Ndlovu, Supervisor Sales at Altron FinTech with a team ahead, Head of Soweto Kasi Sales Squad, passionate about people, purposeful leadership. He serves as a mentor, motivational speaker, and a youth coordinator. That's why it's a beep, 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 beep. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you very much for having us, Colin.